You've been working non-stop to launch your company, or you've worked more overtime hours than you can remember at your current job. At some time, you ought to get wealthy, right? I'll give you 5 signs in this video. It includes the indicator to become wealthy that all billionaires share. You are probably upset that you are poor. People must be willing to step outside of their comfort zone if they want to advance in their careers or in their lives. Successful people around the world realize early on that becoming a millionaire is never simple. Additionally, the desire for comfort can harm one's chances of becoming wealthy. Those who achieve tremendous financial success develop the ability to function in a constantly unpredictable environment. So what does it mean to push yourself beyond your comfort zone? It may require moving outside of your comfort zone to accept a job that is above your qualifications. As Drake points out, started at the bottom, now we're here. It starts with acquiring a new skill or meeting new individuals whose advice you could use. To get where you want to go, you often have to work your way up from financial obscurity and through the ranks. Starting from scratch very frequently requires putting up with setbacks and facing various discomforts. The easily successful people find comfort in the notion that the easy path quickly turns tough, whereas the difficult path gradually becomes easy. Basically, you have to hate your current living condition to put in the effort. It is a common belief that someone who is successful must have an intense yearning for the wealth that would ultimately consume him. As you grow, this desire keeps you up at night and fuels your flame for great success. Only people who are unhappy with their financial status take action to change it. I'd like to congratulate you on your success by watching this video. Your success is inevitable if you're fortunate enough to have this goal and know how to maintain it. Like this video if you believe you will become wealthy in the future. Number 2. You have decoupled the link between trading your time for money. As kids, we were all told lies. We were made to believe that we had to work a regular professional 50-hour work week in order to find a stable job. Your life should consist of waking up early to go to work, working 8 or more hours each day, and remaining up late to take care of all of your other responsibilities. And if you're fortunate, you'll have some spare time to relax on the weekends. If everything worked out by age 65, you'd have enough money to start enjoying a modest retirement. So who thought up this crap in the first place? Why did humans decide that we have to trade our time for money? This is probably one of society's largest scams. In reality, our most valuable resource is time, which cannot be replaced by money. If you now make a living by trading your time, you are aware of how limited your earning potential is as a result. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that it's practically difficult to succeed when exchanging time for cash. You trade money with your income every time. There are only 24 hours in a day, and most of us need to sleep for 8 hours, commute for 2 hours, prepare meals, take showers, and spend time with friends and family. We have 10 to 12 hours to trade for money after accounting for all of these responsibilities. But regardless of how long you work for a company, and whether it pays $20, $30, or $50 an hour, your options are always constrained. In addition, you have to wait years to get the promotion you've been praying and hoping for, and there's a high risk you won't get it at all. To top it all off, employment taxes are the highest taxed income, and when our income increases, so do our tax obligations. As a result, when a person's pay rises from $60,000 to $100,000, they don't actually make $40,000 as a result. The increase is substantially less after taxes. Not to mention that we rarely have time for our passions when we are constantly sacrificing our time for money. While we work to maintain our financial viability, things like pursuing a hobby that enables us to give back to the community, or creating something that has a real impact on the world are placed on hold. Congratulate yourself by clicking the like button below, but since you're watching this video, you're already aware of the time for money trap. You'll be one step closer to becoming the affluent person you've always wanted once you give up this ineffective money-making strategy. Our brains become more open to opportunities when we let go of the idea that we must trade our time for money in order to generate money. No law mandates that we must put in a certain number of hours to earn a certain amount of money. When you're around people who understand that time shouldn't be exchanged for cash, you start to consider trading value for cash instead of time. Such a person thinks about how he may improve the lives of others and the value he can give to theirs. What useful abilities, knowledge, contacts, talents, or concepts do you possess? Before committing to anything, identify your skills and capabilities. Indicator number 3, you are aware of the differences between saving and investing for financial gain. Much like many other topics covered in our educational system, the majority of people have misconceptions regarding saving and investing. Despite the fact that many people use the names interchangeably, they contrast like chalk and cheese. Knowing this means that you are about to get wealthy. Maybe you're wondering why. Why is that information so crucial? So pay attention. I'll go into detail shortly. The gap between your monthly spending and monthly income is what you save. Not the final destination, but the initial journey. When it comes to accumulating wealth, you set aside money and invest a portion of it in different asset classes like stocks, bonds, real estate, or gold. Some financial experts simply suggest that you set money aside on a regular basis, live within your means, and save the remainder. This will set a strong foundation for your next strategic move. You can move on to the next phase once you realize that a savings cannot make you wealthy and is not the same as investing. Let's say you budget a certain quantity each month for mutual funds. The issue is that some people are already aware that making investments might increase your net worth and assist you in amassing riches over time. However, they consider keeping cash in a bank to be the tried and true strategy. You recognize that money kept in a checking account does not produce enough returns to compete once you understand the distinction between saving and investing. Your best chance of accumulating the kind of wealth you want is to invest in assets like stocks, mutual funds, and real estate, despite the fact that they are riskier. Every investment aims to outpace inflation because over time, inflation weakens the purchasing power of money. If a loaf of bread currently costs $3, it would probably cost you $6 in 10 years. As a result, your objective while investing should be to generate a return higher than inflation. Consider putting your money in a bank account that pays 7% interest, which you probably won't see, and finding out a year later that you have 7% more money. Even if you have more money in your pocket, even if inflation exceeds 7%, your money will still buy less than it did when you first started. Hopefully that makes sense. Unquestionably, knowing the difference between saving and investing is a good sign. You must invest your savings such that the interest rate or profit you make is above inflation if you wish to double your money. All you need to do to accumulate money is to make consistent, long-term investments that account for inflation in accordance with your financial plans. The fourth indicator is having financial mentors. You're on the right route if you already have a financial mentor, in my opinion. Many incredibly successful people share this trait. A mentor is a more experienced person who is traveling the same route as you. According to their own experience, they can provide you with the information and guidance you need for your preferred career path. In my opinion, mentors are essential to your success because they will provide you guidance on how to avoid potential mistakes and how to approach the next steps in your career. A mentor can frequently assist you in networking with others, which can advance your career. You can benefit from having a mentor in many ways, and you will surely succeed sooner than you would have otherwise. Actually, you need to be grateful that you understood the value of a mentor and were able to locate one. Starting and expanding a business may be a difficult and isolating task. Who would you ask for advice? Or whom can you vent your ideas to? And who can you turn to for assistance if you're feeling sad, baffled, or simply in need of a boost? The answer is simple to understand. It's your mentor that you've chosen. Many people have started their own businesses, and even more are ready to share what they've learned about what works and what doesn't. A wise man learns from his errors, but a wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. When it comes to developing anything new, you have two options. Work tirelessly for years is the first step. Or instead of starting from scratch, learn through the mistakes of others. Learning from others who have already made that journey is the second stage. I rapidly realized that the best way for me to gauge my own success was to imitate the actions, procedures, and attitudes of successful people. This was one of the most important life lessons I've ever learned. Looking back, it's easy to apply this straightforward idea, and this is the way to quicken your achievement in your professional, personal, and business endeavors. Remember that just because you have a mentor to help you doesn't mean you won't make mistakes along the way. Even though we are aware that children learn to walk by copying those around them, but they still occasionally trips and falls. And why does the second sibling often grow up more quickly than the first? It's because there is a good example for the younger sibling to follow. They gave children a good example of success from an early age. It's an easy to understand idea. As the proverb goes, if you want to fly with eagles, don't hang out with turkeys. Soon you want to attain lofty goals and have surrounded yourself with people who will push you to grow and share your ideals. Your likelihood of success has increased, whilst your likelihood of failure has dropped. When the mind is stretched, it never goes back to its former size. The fifth sign shows that you have many sources of money. The last indication that someone will become extremely wealthy is that they have created multiple sources of income for themselves. Additionally, they are able to successfully maintain and grow these income sources. One method people develop new sources of income is through active work. The majority of people who achieve riches start out by trading their time for money at work or in their business. Then, as they continue to work and generate income, they gradually amass the resources necessary to extend their time. But in addition to having a job, making money while you sleep is also important for financial success. Let's imagine that you are an author. Examples of passive income sources include writing a book or launching a blog with funding from affiliate and product sales and advertising. You'll know you're getting closer to financial success when you start earning more money in more ways. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching all of the video, and good luck on your financial journey.